The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when...
Hello, this is Patty Hunter. I am at DeBrand's Fine Chocolates office here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is my show, Patty's Page. To my right is Cathy Brand-Beere.
Hello.
And you are the CEO and founder of DeBrand's Fine Chocolate.
Yes.
It's a lot
Thank
of
you for
words.
coming.
Thank you. You look nice.
Thank you. So do you.
So, are you originally from Fort Wayne?
Yes, from this area.
And you were raised here? You didn't move around? Or?
I was raised in Fort Wayne. Yes.
While growing up, what did your parents do?
They had a cake decorating and candy making supply business, and they also did some catering part of the time, and they made wedding cakes. So I grew up in a business that was full of various confectionery arts. So I got to learn about a lot of sweet treats and how to make them at a very young age. And I used to make things and sell them to my friends. In high school, I made wedding cakes and sold those one year during the summer. And when I grew up, I just decided chocolate was my favorite of all of the confectionery arts, which led me to start this.
And mine too. Well, it's a woman's thing, really, chocolate. You know? So the term confectionery arts, what does that mean?
It just means, I think it just means art in sweets. That's how I see it
We're
anyway.
sweet enough, aren't we? So, when you first started to work with chocolate, how old were you?
Oh, I'm guessing I was around 8 years old.
And who mentored you?
My mother.
Your mother.
My mother taught me to make chocolates and decorate cakes and do various things like that. Mm-hmm.
And is it just your parents that mentored you, or did you have anyone else teach you as you grew up? Or
Primarily my parents, because they had a small business, so I grew up within a small business environment, so it was all very natural to me to start this, seeing my parents in a similar situation.
And going through elementary, you said you sold what?
Well, when I was in about third grade, I remember making little chokers and necklaces out of trinkets that they had in the shop, because they had cake decorating and wedding supplies and things like that. So I would just take, they'd let me, use their supplies, and I would make things and take them to sell. That was the first thing I remember. And then I made some chocolates and candies, and then, like I said, wedding cakes. So I always like to create things and kind of make a business out of it.
So you're always creating. You don't just stick with one style of...
Yeah, we're always evolving, bringing
and
out
you're
new products.
Ready, getting ready for Easter, are you now? Yeah, so... Do you have new designs coming up?
We just came out with a couple new connoisseur pieces. We have the gianduja and the salted cafe caramel. Those are our newest pieces that we have right now, and we are working on a new piece that we're going to bring into the classic collection probably by June.
We'll learn that in June.
Yeah.
I always love new adventures, new ideas. The process of getting an idea to making it a product is a lot of fun, but there's quite a bit involved. I'm never really happy or satisfied with status quo. What I love to do is make improvements of things, add new things, whether it's a new product, redesigning a new package, or something to always make the products or the business better and the absolute best they can be. One of the things I believe that sets us apart is that we're perfectionists. We don't want to settle for second best in any way. Everything we do, we try to do top notch. Everything is important to me. And not just to me, but also to the people that I surround myself with.
It's never boring with Cathy. Cathy's always, she's not into the next thing, she's into the next 4 things. You're in a meeting and she's already thinking about the next product that we were either going to come out with, the next collection that we're going to introduce. How can we make this, this product's packaging more appealing? How can we change this product to make it taste better or look better? And because of how we've grown, we still maintain an artisan touch where we have a lot of handmade products. Everything we make is hand packaged. It's fun to walk through the kitchen and you can see cream infusing for a product that we're going to be making in a couple of days next to a machine that's making a caramel filled piece. And then on top of that, we'll have somebody making chocolate art boxes where they're making delicate leaves and flowers that are going to be adorned onto a larger box. We're down to every detail, making sure that that quality and that human touch is never lost.
So, when you started your own business, why did you say DeBrands?
Well, DeBrand was chosen as a name because the prefix in French, de, means of or from, and brand was my last name.
Ah, so that's, when was this started?
1987.
1987, you must be young. Very young. So, where was your first building situated then?
On Wells Street.
Wells Street. And you branched out, so to speak? How many
Wells Street, then to Coldwater Road.
Yeah.
And now we have 4 stores plus a partnership store in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis? How long has that been in?
Just since October.
October? Oh, well, it's relatively new. One of the newer stores. They'll break that in pretty good with it. So, since it's a family business, as you're married and you got kids, and they're in the business as well?
No, not now, but they've all worked in it at various times, and we'll see. There's one that may come back into the business after college. We're not sure yet.
College? You don't look old enough to have a college kid.
Well, thank you.
There you go. So, what does your husband do?
He works here as well.
So all your confectionery, are they handmade from scratch or?
All of our centers are made from scratch in our cooking kitchen, and then there's some handwork, I would say, in every piece. Everything used to be 100% handmade, but now we have some of the pieces can be deposited from a depositor, which is so precise.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the shells. For some of the things, I mean, like the truffles, for instance, the chocolate and the center can go in with the depositor, so it's very precise in how much goes in. But all the decorating and all the placement of the things are handmade. Yes.
Yeah, you have
Or
some
hand-placed.
videos on your website. What's your website name?
It's DeBrand, DeBrand.com.
And she has several video clips there, 4 or 5 minutes each, or something like that, and you can learn a lot. So, where do you get your ingredients from?
All over. We have some
over
nice,
there?
fresh local ingredients. We source ingredients from so many places.
Belgium?
Some from Belgium, some from France, some from South America. So, yeah, wherever we can find what we consider to be the best ingredients.
Well, chocolate is basically from South America.
A lot of it is.
Yeah, very much so. So you ever go down there? So
Yeah.
how many, do you have any outside of the United States stores?
No.
No, you're gonna go branch out.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Nice.
No plans right now of
Sure,
that,
they
but
would
we'll
love
see.
you.
But it was really fun to go to South America, and we were in Ecuador actually, and get to visit a cocoa farm and
You pick out the
experience
cocoa.
that. No, we don't normally do that. We just went there to visit. We start normally with the tempering process of the chocolate.
So, what does wholesale division mean?
That means we have a division where we sell our products to other stores. So we sell to gift shops, floral shops,
Oh, that's good.
things like that across the country, just different places.
Online? Do you sell online?
We have a mail order division and a
mail
website
order.
where we sell online, just like a shop.
Well, where do you have these mail out from? Here?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Mail order and wholesale both come out of this building.
And the golden rule is?
Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
You bet.
If you do that rule, you probably don't need too many other rules. If everybody would just do that.
That's true. And all your chefs, like we already discussed, they do by scratch. So, do they create, or do you do all the creating?
Myself and another person who's been with us since almost the very beginning, within like the first year after we started, she and I do work together on that, and she heads up the R&D. And then the cooks follow from there, and then the chocolate makers make them into the chocolates.
Do you train the cooks? So they have to go to culinary school
No,
first?
no, we train them here.
Hey. Anyways, how do you package and deliver your precious cargo when they send them out to stores and stuff?
Okay, well, we have our wholesaler or our mail order division, depending on if it's a wholesale or retail customer, and we just pack them very carefully and tightly into boxes. If it's warm weather here or a warm weather destination, they need to go in insulated containers with ice bricks so they don't melt.
You don't put them in a refrigerated...
We don't need to, because the ice bricks stay cold for a few days, so it keeps them from melting. It works very well.
So, when you first sold your cakes and that, do you still do cakes, or no, just call chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh boy. When customers receive in the mail your chocolates, how should they maintain them to keep them fresh?
When they receive it, room temperature, away from heat, sunlight, odors. Just a room like this is fine.
No refrigerator?
No, it's actually better because that'll draw moisture upon the product. Just be careful that they're not, like, if they're in a room where there's an odor, they will pick up that odor and that's what it will taste like. So you don't want it stored with fish or something like that.
Or onions?
No, and like if it's sitting in a window and the sunlight's hitting it, it will melt. So just room temperature, but away from all those things.
And how long will they keep?
Well, everything
Depends.
has a different shelf life.
Yeah, different shelf.
Yeah, the classic collection will last several months, a few months. Truffle collection a little shorter, and connoisseur a little shorter than that collection. So everything has an expiration or an enjoy by date. So it varies depending on what it is.
So for each chocolate, a bunch of chocolate, is it different type of theme? For each, let's say you
Like
have-
for the collections?
Yes.
Or, yes. The classic collection was created for people who love high quality traditional favorites. And, you know, like caramels and creams, and then it even has like gourmet PBJ, which is a traditional American favorite, but made into
butter?
a chocolate. Yeah, peanut butter and then mixed berry juice with it.
Oh.
And then the truffle collection was created for people who love rich, delicious chocolate inside and out, and they're made large for the true chocolate lover. Bigger pieces and almost like a mini dessert.
What is your favorite?
Oh, it depends on what I'm eating.
Oh.
And the connoisseur collection was created for people who love something a little bit out of the ordinary. I mean, some pieces will have like maybe jasmine tea in one, or chili peppers in another, or rosemary with citrus in another. So a little bit more unique, unusual pieces in that collection. So we use the same high quality ingredients and care with every collection, but it kind of depends on what type of chocolates are your favorites.
I was going to ask you, how about people who are diabetic like me, who love chocolate?
Yeah,
Did you ever go into that?
We haven't at this point made diabetic chocolates. We've talked about it. If we do, it would probably just be simple, solid pieces.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
But right now we don't. Can you eat a little bit here and there?
I can eat a little bit,
just
but
a tiny bit.
I have to take meds for it. But
Well, we shouldn't be tempting you then.
you are. I understand some celebrities have been introduced to your chocolates. Patty Duke, for one.
Oh, she was here for an event in town. Yeah, and they had a gathering here, so it was nice to meet her.
I interviewed her several years ago. Did 2 shows with her. She did it on the phone. All they were from LA or whatever.
Nice.
And so it was a good, very wonderful interview we did with her. It's too bad she passed away just recently, and we do miss her. Do you sponsor people or donate or what?
We are constantly getting requests for various donations and many good causes, and there's a place on the website where people can request things, and then it would be reviewed
How
by
long
our
does
team.
it take to be reviewed?
Usually within a week or 2.
And do you have to do this about months ahead before the
Well, it's
actual-
preferable that it's a month or 2 ahead, but if it's last minute, we'll try our best to accommodate, and sometimes we can, sometimes not.
Oh, that's great. So, finally, what goals do you have for the future for DeBrand's
Okay.
fine chocolate?
Well, we always are excited to grow, but never at the expense of quality. From the beginning, we've had very slow but steady growth, and that's how I can imagine the future will probably be, is we hope continued growth, but we always want to maintain the very highest quality possible and be open to opportunities that come up.
What can you say to my audience that it can encourage them to do whatever they want to do, to have encouragement
Oh, like as a career?
as a career?
Yeah, I would say figure out what you liked to do or what you like to play as a child, because that's what you think is fun. So if you can take that and interpret it into how that could be a job or career, then you'll never really feel like you're going to work.
So you're
It'll be
not
fun.
working, you're having fun,
Exactly.
making chocolate. Do you make chocolate on your own here? Do you do your own, do you work with the...
Do I personally?
Yeah.
Not as much as I used to.
Oh,
It's
right.
less and less over the years. If I go back there now, it's more usually to try out new decorating techniques or something new.
So how
And
do
then-
you, how, just before we say goodbye, how do you design? Where
Trial and error,
Trial
just
and
get
error.
ideas and try
You've
them
got a lot
out.
of creativity.
It's fun.
there,
That's
girl.
the creativity part is the most fun part
It's
of
the
it.
chocolate that makes you have creativity. Keeps you occupied. So do you have, I think chocolate has a lot of caffeine, right?
It has some caffeine, not as much as coffee, but
Yeah.
it does have some.
Yeah, so it's safe for people who are on decaf coffee, so. Anyways, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for visiting. It was great talking to you.
It was great talking to you too. This is Patty Hunter of Patty's Page. Thank you for joining us. She's a blast. I like her. So catch you next week and have a great day. Thank you. What time is it?
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my love. God is with us all.